Hey y'all, today we are gonna make some cabbage rolls. I'm so excited. I have never made these before, and so we're gonna give it a whirl. Here we go. So the first thing we're gonna do is when you get home from the grocery store, after you buy your cabbage, yes? Hello? Someone's here. Hold on. I thought I was here by myself, but I just heard someone. I gotta go check. Hello? It was just Esteban. He left a sheep upstairs. He needed to use my refrigerator to put his sheep in it for Christmas. Evidently they eat sheep on Christmas. I don't know, but anyway, he had this huge ice chest with a sheep in it, and he needed to, anyway, it was Esteban. It's my day off. So I'm here by myself, I thought, and then I heard someone say, hola. So, okay, anyway, first thing we're gonna do is when you get home from the grocery store, you're gonna wash off your head of cabbage, and then you're going to just leave it right, I just left it, I washed it off, put it in the sack, and stuck it right in the freezer. So this has been in the freezer for a day, and then I just pulled it out. Some people said you've got to freeze it for 3 days, but instead of boiling this, then we're just going to freeze it, and then you're just going to let it thaw, and the leaves will just pull right off. So easy. All right, so that's the first thing we're going to do. I'm going to set this aside for right now, and I'm going to make my mix up, okay? So I had froze my meat too because I wasn't sure when I would be getting to this, and so I'm unfreezing it now, thawing it out. All right, so it's still a little bit pretty cold, but I think it's almost ready. So I'm gonna get my gloves on here, and we're gonna make our meat mixture. And what I got, just a little bit frozen, but it'll be okay. I've got my oven set at 350 degrees, and this is what I got, sirloin. I got some sirloin, and you know it turned brown because I stuck it in the freezer, so anyway, some of it's a little red, some of it's not. But you can get just regular ground hamburger meat, or you can do a little bit of hamburger and Italian sausage and kind of mix it together. So there's this place in Tulsa called Freddy's Steakhouse, and they used to make the best cabbage rolls ever. Oh my gosh, you could buy a whole pan of them, like 50 cabbage rolls for like 25 bucks. And I remember my dad's wife, Joy, no, I shouldn't say that. Lord forgive me. Okay, anyway, no, it really wasn't her. It wasn't her, it was her family. Her family, they were terrible to my dad. And anyway, I'm sensing a little unforgiveness, so I'm just gonna have to stop talking about that right now. But that just reminded me of Joy, because she used to get these cabbage rolls all the time, and they were so good, and I'm just gonna have to talk to Jesus later about all that. All right, so you're gonna get your hamburger meat, and then we're gonna start seasoning it up. All right, and then we'll start peeling this apart, and I'll show you how to get it mixed together. But in the meantime, before I do that, Lord, I'm all over the place. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do now is, not the first thing, the second or third thing I'm gonna do is take some tomato sauce, and I'm gonna pour it all in a bowl here. Tomato sauce. Evidently I didn't get the lid off of there very good. And then we're gonna set this aside. So I'm gonna get a couple of cans of tomato sauce, and then I'm gonna do some beef stock. And I'm going to fill this up. Let's do about half of this container. Just like that. All right. Let me grab a spoon real quick. A spoon and a fork, because I'm gonna take this fork and kind of mix that together. So you've got your beef stock and your tomato sauce right here. And then I've got this little bitty can of tomato paste, and I'm gonna do, whoop, whoop. Let me fish that out of there. Well, come on. Here we go. I'm gonna do half of this can into this tomato concoction here. Now listen, I'm just winging this. I've watched several videos on these cabbage rolls and I've read some recipes, but I'm gonna just do it how I think it should be done. And I really hope that it's good. All right, here we go. Now get that mixed up really good. And then you're gonna take the other half of this can of tomato paste and put it in here in our little meat mixture. All right, there we go. Now, we're gonna do some, my favorite thing, this roasted garlic and herb. We're gonna just put a couple of tablespoons of that in there. And then we're gonna do some roasted garlic, roasted minced garlic. So I'm gonna do a good tablespoon of that. Pretty good size. All right. Then I'm gonna do some Tony Chachere's and a dash of cinnamon, couple of dashes maybe, one dash, two dashes of cinnamon, some smoked, oh my goodness, be careful, be careful, that is dangerous. We're gonna do some smoked paprika, a couple of, let's do a tablespoon of that, and some Italian seasoning. All right, I'm just gonna take this lid off because shaking that up is, there we go. Let's do about a good tablespoon and a half, 2 tablespoons. Okay, all righty now. Now we're gonna do some Worcestershire sauce, Worcestershire sauce. I don't know how you say it, but I say it Worcestershire sauce. Let's just kind of eyeball that, get it good and saturated. All right, now, let me get me some gloves, and to this mixture, you are gonna add, I'm gonna say about a cup of, I already have this minute rice, 5-minute rice. So I got the premium for some reason. I grabbed that. It doesn't even matter if it's the regular or the premium, but I'm gonna do, I'm thinking, let's see, let's do 2 cups. Let's do 2 cups of, well, come on now, what's the problem? It's got some kind of a, something holding it back there. All right, here we go. 2 cups of premium long grain rice, or just regular old minute rice, whatever you wanna do. Okay, now, here we go. We're gonna get in here and get this all mixed in, just like this. And if you want to add some onion, that sounds good too. I just didn't get any onion. I didn't go up and get any. I don't have one down here, I don't think. So, oh, that smells good. Oh yeah, that is looking nice. Okay, so here's our mixture. Get it mixed in really good. And then we're gonna set this aside, okay? Let that sit there for a little bit and cook. Let that sit there and marry. All right, I'm gonna set this aside. Now we're gonna take our easy peasy cabbage. Let me show you how to do this. Let me see here, get my little cutting board. What I'm gonna do, you're just gonna, I've let this thaw out for a few hours. Look how that just peels right off of there. I did mention that my oven is set at 350. So look at that. It just peels right off. Isn't that something? I think I probably should get a knife. Hold on. Let me grab a knife. Here we go. And I'll just cut that off of there. Let me just peel. I'm just gonna peel these off just like this, gently. And then just like that. All right, and then what I'm gonna do also, I don't know if you can see or not, I'm gonna get all of these peeled off, but let me show you this. So I'm gonna cut this tough part off. So I'm just gonna give it a little V here, just like that, and get that old tough part off of there. Just get rid of that. So that's what it's gonna kind of look like, and I'm gonna just get this ready and get these set aside, because I just don't like gnawing on that old tough part there. So I'm just gonna get it out of there. And so I'll get these ready and then we'll put it together. Okay, so now I'm just gonna show you how easy it is to roll these up. And isn't that such an easy trick to freeze the cabbage? How cool is that? I think my camera's a little crooked, but I'll just turn this way a little bit. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take like a heaping spoonful of our meat mixture, just like this, and you're just gonna put it into your cabbage roll, just like that. And then I kind of press it out, and then you're just gonna tuck it over, and then you're just gonna roll it, tuck the sides, and then roll the rest of it out, just like that. And then I'm gonna put it the seam side down into my pan, just like that. So, still a little tiny bit, got a little bit of icicles on it, but it's okay. But I mean, what a cool trick. Instead of having to boil it, let it cool off. I mean, I just threw it right in the freezer, pulled it out this morning, and it's been thawing out all day long, okay? So there you go, have a little meat mixture, roll it, tuck it, and then roll it all the way, and then put it seam side down. Just like that in your pan, all right? Let me finish these up. Okay, so I have them all ready. I'm gonna take my tomato mixture that I made with my beef stock and my tomato paste and my tomato sauce and pour it all over the top of these, just like that. And then I'm going to take some salt and pepper, coarse black pepper, and I'm going to give it a good dusting there. And then some kosher salt. Not a lot because we do have the tomatoes and they're kind of salty, all right? Just like that. All right, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna cover it with foil and you're gonna put it in your oven at 350 degrees for 1 hour, okay? And I have already a little pan baking in the oven that I made earlier of just a few because I didn't wanna make this whole pan. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get that out of the oven in just a minute, and I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator and cook it for another time whenever I can feed a bunch of people. So I think I'll just take this home tomorrow. I'm going back to Oklahoma, so I'll take it and we'll just cook it there, or I'll give it to somebody. All right, let me get that out of the oven. Okay, so I made this little tiny pan just a little bit ago and put it in the oven because I didn't wanna make a whole bunch. And I actually am not sure, oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Let me get my little pinchers here. Look how beautiful that looks. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I can smell the cinnamon. Smells good. All right, so we're gonna get one of these out and give it a try. Oh my goodness. Doesn't that look good? All right, I'm gonna let this cool off and then we'll give it a try. Okay, let's give it a try. See how good we did. Never done these before, but I sure like eating them. So, if it's a hit, we'll have these more often. Of course, Greg won't eat them. He's real picky. So I did have a little bit of the meat left over. So I just wrapped it up and put it in the freezer. And so the next time I want to make them, then I can just throw my cabbage in there, pull them both out at the same time, let them thaw out for the day, and then it'll be all ready. Okay, let's see. Holy moly, that's good. That is good. I do taste a lot of the cinnamon though, so I'm gonna say pull back on the cinnamon and maybe just do one of those. But other than that, it's pretty darn tasty. I do taste a little spiciness from the Tonys, but man, it really is good. Now they're not Freddy's Steakhouse good, but they are good. I mean, I think you'll like them. And they weren't that hard to make. They were not hard at all. So look how good that looks. So you guys need to make these. They're not hard at all. Really pretty tasty. All right, go make these and have a good day. I thought I better put a disclaimer on here about the sheep being in the refrigerator upstairs. Esteban likes to eat different things sometimes, and he needed to put his sheep meat in the refrigerator, not a sheep with fur and a head and legs. There was not a sheep. It was just the meat of a sheep in the refrigerator. So Mary's little lamb was not in the refrigerator, and I just need to make that clear because I know how some people are. So just wanted to let y'all know.